Welcome back, everyone. The final preparations are now being made as we head into the race.
Radio check. Somebody give me a message if you
And as
can
the
hear me.
cameras turn to the Williams driver, you have to wonder what they can manage here.
They sit in 17, and let's be honest, no one wants to be at the back of the pack. But can they impress us here?
This should certainly be a good one, folks. Anticipation is high, and the drivers
we
are
go.
ready for this. The British Grand
I'm gonna
Prix.
pause it.
And it's lights out,
And away we go. We'll wait a second for people to hop in. Howdy Blanco, welcome in. Alright, we're just gonna get started here in a second. Alright, here we go. Lights out and away we go. This first lap is the most important. There's David doing first. Rafa gets in front of Blanco. Single file through there. The baby and Brendan Reed battling. Looks like Reed might lose a spot here. Connor Brown, welcome in. Menard already has a problem. Looks like he's fine. Those are the top four have gone ahead and sprinted away, and you can go ahead and dare to say that these top four are the only left, or the only drivers left within championship contention, as these are the top four. Rafa Hen setting the fastest lap there. Heyman going all the way down to the bottom on his teammate, but it's not there. Hopefully the frames can improve a little bit. Looks like they have. Awesome. That's so cool. But Heyman might be stuck behind his teammate. Blanco's on the hard compound, and Heyman is on the soft. It's not good. That is not good at all. For Heyman, it is. Good for Blanco. Blanco's having fun. He's enjoying this. He might not be enjoying it too much now, as that hard compound is certainly not as fast as Rafa Hen, who is on the soft, I believe. Rafa and David are both matched on the soft tire. Here comes Rafa around the outside. Rafa's on the mediums, David's on the soft. And there he goes. And we look back here. Heyman's looking to the inside of Blanco now. He's looking to get third. Still looking to get third, Rafa Hen is. Sorry, not Rafa Hen. Seth Heyman. Still side by side between the two Guzman cars. Ooh, look at that. Blanco just barely into the grass a little bit. Oh, here we go. Another battle for the lead. David Dawn looking up the inside of Rafa. Had to back out of it there. Not a good spot to make a move, but he's still behind. Blanco continues to hold on. This has allowed Sam Bell and Brendan Reed and the baby to catch up. And NR 2003 is the last car in on the points with Sherman right behind. But Rafa Hen starting to pull away a little bit here. Rafa Hen knows he has to He pretty much has to win this race to have a realistic shot at the title. If anybody here does not know, this is the second to last race of the season. We've got this race, and then we have Miami, and that is it. We can take a look at the standings here. Driver standings. Right now, Rafa would only be behind 2 points if they finished as they do now. So, it is imperative that Rafa finishes ahead of Blanco, but 2 finishes, or that Blanco is not right behind him if he does. Even then, I would say it is relatively well known that while the Dylan and the Ferrari is certainly the second best car, the best car most of the season has been the Guzman Racing Bull Toro Rosso machines. So even though despite them being 3rd and 4th, we'll see them make their way up through the field soon. Seth Heyman in 4th, Bell running top 5. This is good for him. Aston Martin and Nathan have not been having a good season, but Bell's looking to get that around. Here comes me, trying to make a move on the baby, but not close enough there despite the fact and the use of DRS. Still looking back there again. Back up here to Rafa Hen. Hello, Connor Brown and Danny Blanco, who are already here. I've been watching you guys. Jacob Woods has arrived as well, and so did Rafa Hen. Let's get a Jacob Woods update. Jacob Woods is in the Joseph Hayes Alpine. And unfortunately, Joseph Hayes has not showed up a single time. So both Alpines of him and Sammy Duff are not well. Sammy Duff was a race winner last season, just to let you know how bad that car is. So, really bad. Rafa Hen is also here. Hello, Rafa, you are not late. You started 2nd, but you have taken 1st over David Dawn. But Blanco is now in behind, and so is Heyman. So right now, as they run, this is exactly what Rafa needs. We take another look at the standings here in a second. I think Blanco's going to have a good run. Let's take a peek to the bottom. No, back in line. There we go. Good shot for Blanco here. Or David. Ooh, David had to back out there. But let's take a look at the points. Oh no. That's me.
But there! Oh dear, that's not what they need right now.
What happened? Bad team. I'm just on a bad team. Anyway, David Dawn still in 2nd, Blanco in 3rd, Heyman in 4th, but he's under fire from Sam Bell. The Aston Martin showing up here in its home country of the United Kingdom. Bell has the position on him, and he gets the pass done on Seth Heyman. Oh no, he locked up! He locked it up. He just got around. What an error there from Bell. Oh, he's going to stop right in front of Scott.
So let's take a look at the replay. Here we've got the Aston Martin. Nothing at this point. And the car just locks. But that's just the risk you take. The later you leave it.
That's just the risk you take. Oh man, Bell dropped from 4th to 9th. It's heartbreaking to see. Blanco is right behind David Dawn. And he is there. Well, he was. And Seth Heyman a little bit behind. The baby in 3rd, Brennan Reed in 4th, NR in 7th, Sherman in 8th, and Scott has a small chance to get points if somebody in the top 8 does drop out. Alright, let's take another look at the points. I don't want to in a passing zone. The problem is our leaders are too close here. David Dawn making a move. Well, he took a peek outside, looked like he was going to make a move, but now he is not. By the way, a 0% chance of rain for this race. It's quite cloudy out now, but the track should brighten up very soon. Take a look at the... Alright, so the constructors is I'm pretty sure Racing Bulls and Guzman are going to clinch the Constructors today, assuming that they finish third and fourth. Because Emilio is in 12th. I don't think he's going to get points. And ours dropped down to 8th with that mechanical issue. Rafa's still in front. David is still in second. And everybody else is back around here, and so on. Taking a look at the points. 51, 53. And aside from that, I think that's really about it. You can't make up a 10-point gap. Or if they have less than a 10-point gap, they're still in it. So 37. So it's only between Rafa and Blanco if they finish as they are now. Will Blanco make spaghetti? That's a big question. Oh, here we go. David has the position. Close. Rafa Hen still holds the outside. And Rafa will defend. So a good pass attempt there by David, just defended by Rafa Hen. David Dawn with the DRS, looking to get it done again. He's there. But has to back out, and Rafa Hen continues to defend. Brendan Reed, welcome in. David bad. Rafa says no one should pass me. Get ready to shout, 3 goes Blanco. I'm ready. I'm ready to make that reference if it so occurs. These top 3 and 4, Seth Havens here are going at it. David looking to the inside, but Rafa Hen blocks. David Dawn has to go back to the outside. Oh, there he goes. David Dawn is through. David Dawn is to the lead. No, David did not have a mathematical shot at the title. It's just Hen and Blanco at this point. But he's still going for a league-leading 3rd win if he could get it here today. I do recommend to drivers, as we enter Miami, typically the good thing to do is to start to look for Series 3. What are your plans for Series 3? We will be having some team changes. What will officially happen first is, first thing to officially happen will be team changes. So for example, I am the McLaren team at the moment. I'm going to switch off of the McLaren team and onto a different one. Other teams are allowed to do that as well. I have knowledge that a few are already doing so. Also in that phase will be other teams, or if we have any new, oh, hang on, yellow flag. Uh-oh, Sammy Duff. What'd he do?
And here we've got a yellow flag. Here we are down at turn 7. And the control's lost.
Ooh.
Oh, dearie me, you don't want to be doing that.
You want to see how bad that car is? There it is. That Joseph Hayes Alpine has not been good all season. Same with the Shy Turtle Williams as well. But David Dawn's under fire. Hard to get a pass done through here. Ooh, Rafa sent it in. Wow, what a move by Rafa. Maybe push David a little bit off the track there, but they both keep it straight. That's some hard racing there. but these top 4 are all still right next to each other. What I was saying though earlier is during the off season after Miami, schedule's probably going to stay the same. I've liked the schedule a lot so far. Hang on, David had a chance there, not close enough to make a move. But what I was thinking was first it will be team changes, and if we have any new team principals, guys, if you are a driver and you want to be a team principal, we may have spots open, so let me know if that's something you want to do, or vice versa, if you're a team principal who wants to be a driver, let me know. And your skill points will stay the same, so don't worry about that. Additionally, once all of the team stuff have been done, so, oh, hang on. Blanco is making the pass on Heyman there. Or he's trying to, it's still side by side. There he goes. Blanco in the front. But as I was saying, team changes will happen first. Teams will switch, so I'm going to switch from McLaren, and other teams are also going to switch from whatever team they are if they so want to. After that, we'll introduce new team owners, because we still have a few empty spots. Then after that, we are going to, before we do drivers, we are going to introduce powertrains or engines. And that's going to be something that I still don't have completely figured out yet, but it is a system I would like to utilize if possible. Ideally, with powertrains, there's going to be a bonus if you have a relationship with a team. So I'll give more information on that later on. I am going to have a system for it. I have an idea in my head, but it's not refined enough for me to start explaining to it in simple terms. And then after teams have picked their powertrains or their engines, then after that will be when the drivers will have to choose what teams they want to go to, or for teams to choose what drivers they would like to sign. Either or. Here comes Blanco through for second. This is big. He got him. Blanco on that hard compound versus David and Heyman on the soft. That soft tire is probably worn out by now. Probably time for them to come on down. Looks like Heyman going around David. I'm thinking for powertrains, and I've also thought about this for the team points as well. There's ways to specialize your car. Like you can specialize, Rafa just set a new fastest lap of the race on lap 11 on 11 old mediums. But I might add in specialization as well. So maybe one of the components of powertrains is like, there's a fuel efficiency. So like how good your car is in saving fuel. Then there's also power, reliability, and that other stuff, etc. So I'll see if I can factor that in as well. But here comes some of the cars in the back. I love Paul Menard, but he is not here. So we're going to keep the eyes on our leaders. David Dawn and Seth Heyman are really starting to fall off bad now. As they run in the points, Blanco is up by 4 points at the moment in the championship. Oh, another one.
But it looks like they're carrying some kind of fault.
Oh, lovely. Simply lovely. There's an entire parade in Brenton Reed here. If you look back here, it's a lot. I'm just looking at the little mini map over here. I'm like, there's a whole bunch of cars right here. Back to the front, we look at the baby. He's behind me with some kind of engine problem. Back up here to the front, Heyman is within DRS range. David Dawn has unfortunately fallen off. It is time for him to pit that car, probably next time by. But Heyman, if he can stay within DRS range, will have a shot at second place. Oh, yellow flag.
car's definitely not happy. Surely some kind of fault.
Is that it?
There's a yellow flag
Uh oh,
now.
there it is. Oh, he just turned in on him.
And for the crew watching on in the garage, that really must have been a hard one to take.
He just turned right in on him. That is not good. That's probably going to be a penalty for Mr. Freeman. I predict that's going to be a 5-second penalty for just turning right in on him. I mean, his wheels were there. And he's lost that bit of front wing there on the left. That's going to be detrimental to the car. Back to Heyman, trying to stay within DRS range of Blanco if possible. Yep, stewards will take a look at that. No penalties, wow. Generous there by the stewards. That's what I'm saying, he just turned in on me. I will tell you guys some of the hottest free agents at the moment who would probably be some must signs. First of all, Jacob Woods. He's here. Apple pie and bean sauce. You heard it here first. Oh, here's David Dawn. Let's take a look at this. Get a clean stop here. A worry-free stop from David Dawn. He's out. Here comes the baby. All the cars on soft tires should be coming in this time by. Going to the mediums. Interesting. If Heyman can stay within DRS range, I'd say stay out there as long as you're within the draft of Blanco. I gotta get back to social media posting. But yeah, big free agents. Definitely Jacob Woods is one. Red Bull's been kind of shaky. Maybe David Dawn and Brendan Reed are both two really good drivers. Sam Bell could also be a big free agent if he wants to leave mid-car. Another really good one to pick up would be Scott. And I think those are probably the big four. So we got four, must signs if you're an active team. Looking for a good driver. And then of course the championship leaders Blanco and Hen. I think Hen and Blanco are probably so good they could probably choose what team they want to go to. Because I think every team would accept them. Here comes Sam Bell down the pit lane. We'll watch this. Beautiful stop here. Uh-oh. You see, that gun got stuck there. Not a good stop there for Bell. Not a good stop. Heyman staying within the DRS range. So hey, stay out there. Trying to think what else, because the off season's getting close. Because anybody else who has just joined us or who has not been here the entire time, this is the second to last race. We have this one, and then we finish at Miami, and that is it for Series 2. So that's really cool. I think it's really cool. Some off-season stuff. We don't have any rules about like tampering or whatever, so you can talk to whoever. You just can't officially sign until the time. Here's Brendan Reed in the pits. We'll take a look at this, followed by Sherman. A little bit of a slow stop there. See if maybe Sherman, if they can get a clean stop, they could get out ahead. Probably not. Nope. Not fast enough. They're in and out. These top three are 20 seconds ahead. And then, of course, David Dawn is on the hard tire, so he may cycle through just enough to catch these guys. But Heyman has now dropped within less of a second. If you can't catch Blanco in this next DRS zone, I would pull him in this lap. He's only 3/10 off, but on those old tires, yeah, he's dropping back now that he's out of the draft. It's time to bring him in. Blanco has closed the gap to first by a second, so now there's only a 2-second gap instead of a 3. He's doing his part there, reeling in Rafa in. Yep, time for okay, he's not gonna pit. He's not gonna pit. Okay, that is wonderful. But what I am gonna do for both the powertrains and the I think for powertrains, the skill points. Oh, here's Connor Brown and Scott. Look at Connor Brown. They're following each other together. I think for powertrains and normal team points will be correlated, so it'll be the same because people can invest them in different stuff. Maybe. Good question. I don't know. Ooh, not a good stop there for Connor Brown. Scott got the pass done in the pit lane. Blanco now, almost within a second of Rafa Hen. Those hard tires of Rafa's are starting to fall off. But what I was thinking is, something I used to do with NR 2003 is different ratings would be correlated to different things. So the team owner's car points, so your typical like your chassis building points, will still be to showing up during the streams. But perhaps your engine building points will be what you post on your socials, perhaps, or something like that. So we will take a look of that. Oh, Blanco is, huh? Uh-oh, they're gonna double stack. I think they might be just far enough. All right, let's see. We'll talk about the points later. He might be far enough ahead. Oh no. Oh my god, that was perfect. That was perfect. A stellar stop by the Guzman team. Oh my goodness. I don't know why they pit Blanco there. He was on hards and he was within DRS range of Rafa. Rafa just got a free one there. Unless they're trying to do the undercut, in which case they will be successful. Emilio has not stopped here. He's the other Ferrari. He might hold up Heyman just a bit. Why is the stream so laggy? Is it laggy for you guys or just me? This lag is not good. I hate it when it does this. But yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna have the engine points be correlated to something different. Still don't know exactly what that different is or could be, but something different. Heyman trying to get around Emilio here, and he does. Emilio still not stopped. So has Rafa. Rafa continues to stay out another lap here. David Dawn is So that strategy he tried to use did not really work out to his advantage, as Blanco and Heyman are well above him. Well, he's only 2 seconds behind Heyman, who is 5 seconds behind Blanco. But David's still going to get a good day in the points. Now, Rafa Hen is still out on these medium tires. It's between Rafa and Blanco. You have 4-point gap between them. If they were to finish like this. Oh, here comes Rafa. This is big. He's going to pit now. This is about the good time. I would predict the hard tire going on. What is that? Yep, that is the hard tire, it appears. Clean stop there for Rafa. We'll see where he comes out. He might, I think he's going to come out ahead of Blanco. Oh, it's going to be close. Blanco might get him. There he goes. David John just had the fastest lap of the race, so Rafa's going to come out in second. But he's got a few lap fresher tires than Blanco. So right now, Blanco's on the point. And David Dawn is here. He just had the fastest lap of the race. He knew that was the time to go. And he went. So here he is. If he could get within DRS range, can he open the flap? No, he cannot. No DRS open there, but no DRS open for Heyman either, who's coming up to the back of Rafa. Howdy, Rafa. Welcome back. Welcome back. Oh, I'm going to pit. That doesn't mean anything. But Blanco, 4 seconds ahead now. He's on the mediums. Rafa is on the hard, and so is Heyman. So everybody else is on the hard aside from Blanco in the top 4. Emilio has not pit, so everybody back to Sherman is in the points at the moment. Heyman looking to get around Rafa, but not there. Rafa's going to have to defend these tries from Heyman. Heyman looking to the inside. He's got to send it. A good teammate there is Heyman, trying to hold up Rafa as much as he can, because Rafa is faster. He's just on cold tires at the moment. But there's Heyman through. So right now, Guzman 1-2. The baby with the fastest lap of the race. The NASCAR's newest cars staying relevant here in the closing chapters of the season. Rafa now looking up the inside, not close enough there to make a move. Rafa's got to get around. His tires are up to temperature now. Might have a shot to get him at the end of his DRS line here. Hello, Seth Heyman. Team orders at it again, I see. Looking to get around Heyman, but he can't there. Howdy, Seth. I was just talking to the other few people here about of how this is the second to last race of the season, and of how team and driver changes will start to occur, as well as I will be adding in power units as well. Don't know how exactly I'm going to give out the skill points for power units, but power units will be customizable. Customizable in the fact that you can choose what to specialize in. And same thing for your car. If you want your car to specialize in downforce and stuff like that, you will be able to do so. This changes up the dynamics because some tracks are better for things than others. So some tracks prefer a car with a higher downforce will get the win. Some tracks, cars with better horsepower and engine will get the win. And stuff like that. But Rafa Hen is still behind Seth Heyman here. He's got to get around and get through. There he goes. This is a good spot to do it if he can get side by side. And he does. There he goes. Rafa Hen is through. Heyman's going to try to get him back here, though. Not close enough. Almost. But Seth Heyman has done his job. He has held up Rafa Hen. Blanco has pulled away by about 2 seconds, I believe. And Heyman's not done yet. Still within DRS range, coming up to this DRS section. You see Blanco there just on the edge of the screen. 30 laps remaining out of 52. Heyman not close enough there to get the job done. That's so true, Heyman. That's so true. I can't believe Guzman would just lie to you like that. He's just using you. You're subject to the papaya rules. So sad. It's so not right. No, Mikey. No, no, Mikey. That was so not right. Jacob Woods already advertising himself. Well, Dylan's not here. I haven't seen Guzman for a while. Tyler's not here. I don't think there's any team owners here in the chat at the moment. No, Guzman's here. He's been in and out. Oh, mid-car is still trying to justify that Larson is a deserving champion over Hamlin. Okay. I guess I can talk about that here. Ooh, new fastest lap set by Carson Sherman. General Sherman making waves out here across the pond. But Rafa Hen is now just barely over a second. If he can get over a second away from Heyman in the next DRS zone, he will be fine. He's gained 1 second onto Blanco as well. Oh, there's Nathan. Hi, Nathan. I saw you just sent a post you made into the chat, so I'm like, ah, he's getting his post up. But yeah, that NASCAR championship, huh? It's so sad that that's the last ever championship in a race NASCAR will ever have. But yeah, Rafa Hen, 2 seconds there above second. So there you go, Woods and Seth. There's a team owner for you. Another a lot of mechanical faults here. A lot of these cars are struggling to keep up with the grueling horsepower and engine needed for Silverstone. Seth Heyman with a very good question. Who is the other Ferrari driver? Where is he? There he is. It's Emilio. You remember Emilio? He talks in the Instagram chat every now and then. Never been to one stream ever. Yeah, you can tell there's a skill gap here from 2nd to 12th or 11th. And Rafa's gaining in about a 10th or 2 each lap, maybe even a little bit more. But what do you guys think about the NASCAR championship? That was a thing. That was a thing. Like, I mean, you guys know I'm a Logano fan. Was Logano the best driver of the 2024 season? No, overall, absolutely not. But he was the best in the system. What really hurt the most with Larson and Denny was the best in the playoff system that was designed. Supposed to be who had the best car and who was the best driver at the last race. And that is not how it turned out. So that is sad. Oh, Blanco said dislike. Don't know what that's to. Nathan saying Bell P5. Actually, Nathan, Bell was almost, I think, in third at one point. But once he immediately passed Heyman, he locked up and he just sent it straight off. So it's really impressive he's been able to get back into the points here. Rafa's now only a second and a half away from Blanco. He is reeling him in. And even worse for Blanco, he's on medium tires. Rafa's on the hard. Guzman's not having a good time at the moment. Guzman, in brighter news, if these cars finish as they do, you will clinch the Constructors' Championship, I will believe. We can take a look right here. 57, 67, 77. Yeah. Yep, the most points a team can get in a race is 20. Yeah, Woods, that is 100% true. The format is really bad. It is really bad. I mean, like, I'm a Logano fan saying the format is really bad. Here's Rafa Hen, right on the back bumper of Blanco. Taking a peek there to the inside, but Blanco is not going to give him the space. We'll come back to the championship discussion in a second. Look at all the mechanical faults on the side of your screen. Rafa, oh, yellow flag. Where? Sector 2.
We've got a yellow flag here.
Uh-oh.
Let's take a closer look. So we're heading now into turn 5. And then the car just goes.
Not a good spot to spin.
There's not much they can do about that now.
He took a swirl there.
The team glued to the monitors and watching their hopes crumble away.
I don't think... I hate to break it to them. I don't think they had a chance at the points anyway. But Rafa Hen is here. He's in DRS range. Blanco's been defending really well so far. Oh, the lap traffic. That's the Alpine of Sammy Duff. That's going to give Blanco DRS here. Ooh, holy cow. Sammy Duff helping out Blanco. The back markers are boxing. Anybody who's not here for the start, I talked a little bit about next season, so stay tuned for the end of the race for that. I'll go over it again. I know Nathan, Dylan, and some others were not here for that. I guess we can go back to talking about the NASCAR Championship. This battle for the lead has calmed down for a little bit. Unless Rafa makes a move here, but I don't think he's close enough. Yo, these back marks we gotta get out of the way. Bro, move. Come on, Paul Menard. You can't be like that. But anyways, yeah, back to it. Larson did not lead a single lap of the championship race. Message was in fact retracted. It's so sad that was the final ever NASCAR race ever. And there will never be another NASCAR race again. I don't know, man. It sucks. It sucks a lot. This is really just the culmination of hang on. Emilio, yeah. Seth Heyman was asking. He was asking me in the chat. He's like, so who is the other Ferrari driver? Because I only ever see Rafa Hen, and I introduced him to Emilio. And it was so bad. But what I was saying was, the whole thing that happened. It's just a culmination of all the bad moves that NASCAR has made. Like, first of all, the obvious one, the adding of we have to finish under green is a big one. That's altered the outcome of so many races. Another one is, of course, the winner-take-all final race, which, oh, hang on. Rafa's trying to get around Blanco on the outside. Oh, it's so close. They're wheel to wheel. Still wheel to wheel. There he goes. Through goes Hen, as he'll take the lead away from Blanco. Blanco's medium probably starting to show a little bit of wear. But yeah, it's a culmination of a lot of stuff that NASCAR has done. Oh, here's Blanco making another move. Not close enough. Yeah, overtime restart's got to go. The worst part about it, is like, hate on Logano's 2024 championship all you want. And even as a Logano fan, I understand where the hate comes from. 100% I do. But that is how the format was supposed to be. Blanco, don't even start with me. Do not, we're going to lose me right now. Logano won the 2024 championship how the format was supposed to go. So the people who defended the format, and I was, well, not anymore, but I was a format defender. Even back when Logano lost. Oh my God, Blanco's got a mechanical fault. Blanco's car is now subjected to the Silverstone strain. We'll see how much it affects his car. It's not good for Guzman. I will. But what I was going to say is... Oh, shoot, what was I saying? Dang it, Blanco. You messed up my thing having a fault there. Yeah, the people who liked the format, and I still like the format. I mean, it's the only format I've really ever known. Like, I started watching in 2012, but I wasn't like... 2015 was my first season I watched every race of the season. You know, so the 2014 format relatively is all I've ever known. And most of the time, it's crowned somebody. Nobody's backed into it. Like, there's been a few times, like obviously Harvick in 2020 is a big one, had all those wins. Defendees. Okay, good grief. But yeah, they won how the format was designed. But now, with what happened this Sunday, Larson won the championship, not how the championship was designed. The only part that kind of sucks is like all the other stuff around with NASCAR. And I know there's a good handful of other people like myself who are just so done with NASCAR that we're just moving on. Obviously, I'll still watch it here and there, and I'll probably still go at least to the All-Star race in person, just because it's a social event more than anything. But there's I can't. They're moving away from all the tracks I like. There's too much downforce. I hate dirty air racing. There's not enough horsepower in these cars. The tires are not good. I mean, we saw this at Phoenix. We've seen it most of the year. These tires have been really bad. And then the few times they get the tires right, I think they get overly praised. This is a billion-dollar company, guys, who has all the research they've needed. They've had the same car since 2022. This is their 4th year with this car. They should have tires figured out by now. So the tires aren't good. I hate dirty air racing. Road course racing is not the greatest. It's really not good with this car. I mean, well, when I say it, just watch Watkins Glen, like 2023 and that sort of thing. I hate the charters. I despise the charters so much. I love the teams getting more money, but that money should be given out in a prize pool based on your finishing position. Reinvest the money into the racing product. If we get into franchises, the same thing that happened with the NFL and all these other franchises is going to happen. People are going to see it as an investment. Owning a team is not an investment. It's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be a competitive thing. Yes, I still want people to make money from it, and I 100% want them to be successful, but it should not be a surefire investment. But anyway, yeah, I didn't even mention how NASCAR is moving away from a lot of its core tracks, especially here in the Mid-Atlantic and the Northeast. I mean, we just got, they're killing us up here. Dover had 2 dates, had 2-point races. Now Dover has no point races. Pocono had 2 spots, now it has 1. New Hampshire had 2 races, one of them a playoff race, now it only has 1. Watkins Glen had a playoff race at one point, now it's just back to a normal one. Michigan used to have 2 dates, now it has 1 if you can count Michigan as up and around up here. Richmond used to have 2 dates, now it's cut down to 1. And they're talking about getting rid of the other one. So, you know. And this is going to be unpopular for some people. This is my last big gripe from NASCAR, then I'll be quiet about it because we have 20 laps to go. The drivers are not as... They're so boring, man. They're so boring. I feel like every driver, or most of the drivers, are just some variation on civilized country boy. And it's so bland. Because people are like, I mean, who are the biggest personalities in the sport? Here's Blanco taking a look for the lead, and he's going to get around. So Blanco is into the lead. But who are the biggest personalities of the sport? Denny Hamlin's one of them. So is Joey Logano. Kyle Busch, relatively, if you can still say it, if you can still say it like that. Those are all veterans. Chase Elliott does not have an outstanding personality. Kyle Larson doesn't have an outstanding personality. William Byron doesn't have one. Christopher Bell doesn't have one. Tyler Reddick doesn't have one. Bubba Wallace does. Bubba Wallace has a distinct personality. Trying to think who else has a distinct personality. Carson Hocevar has a decent, distinct personality. I just don't like it. But it is good to have him in the sport. I'm glad he's here. Oh, Blanco looking to get the pass done again. I'm trying to think, are there even other drivers in the series? Ryan Blaney has a distinct personality. I like Ryan Blaney a lot. Cindric, right in there with those guys. Bland, you know, almost an urban country kind of white guy. They all just fit into the same basket. and it's not an appealing basket. But yeah, that used to be the charm of NASCAR. The charm of NASCAR was it was distinctly American. It was distinctly different. It was distinctly its own thing. As Blanco gets a insane run here, he's right on the back bumper run. It does not feel that way anymore. To me, NASCAR's too far down. I don't see a realistic way of it salvaging itself. I mean, you think back to the 90s. I mean, you got Dale Earnhardt, Bill Elliott. I mean, total contrast. Got Rusty Wallace, Ricky Rudd. Oh, shoot, go on and on. Sterling Marlin, Jimmy Spencer, Kurt Busch in the early 2000s, Dale Jr., Jeff Gordon, and Jimmy Johnson. People thought Jimmy Johnson was bland. Jimmy Johnson would stand out like the North Star among these drivers if he was in his peak today with these other drivers racing around him. That's just how I feel. Blanco, I like the idea of a nostalgia series. You know, that's Blanco, that's kind of what I had going a little bit on NR 2003, but I don't even want to know more. I don't want to know more. And overall, I'm probably still going to be a half fan of the sport, but like, for those 10 years or so, I was 100% invested into the sport, into NASCAR. I was like, yeah, I love this. This is so good. And there's another car with a mechanical fault. Oh yeah, Nathan, you're definitely right. Yeah, I'm definitely not saying that other stuff like F1 or IndyCar are perfect. Wow, what a block there by Rafa. As now Blanco has to go around to the outside. Beautiful pass there by Blanco around the outside. Oh, he's going to dive right down the pits. We're going to watch this. But yeah, one reason I recognize these faults more in NASCAR than other... Oh, Sammy Duff has retired. We're going to watch this. Oh, there he goes. I don't want to do this no more. Guys, the car's right there. We don't need a bus. Oh, Blanco just set the fastest lap as well. But yeah, you're right, Nathan. There's definitely a lot of these other things that have big problems. Clean stop there for Guzman. Not a clean stop there for Guzman. Anyways. Oh, Emilio now has a mechanical fault. What I was saying, though, about, yeah, I noticed it more in NASCAR because obviously I was super invested in NASCAR and I love NASCAR. NASCAR was a core part of me. And now I can't do this no more. But I see it less. Well, my thing is, from the problems that I can get from F1 is that it's, you know, the rich get in. Which is, that's always been F1. F1's always been a rich person sport. NASCAR was not supposed to be a rich person sport, but it became. Like, obviously you had to be generally wealthy, but you didn't have to have huge sponsor backing like you do now. Well, that's kind of a lie. Racing's always been expensive. I have to take that point back. But F1 is always going to be, you expect F1 to be, if you don't have funding, you're not going to make it. In NASCAR, if you have funding, you will make it. But it's supposed to be much easier in NASCAR for if you don't have funding, but you're skilled, and you put in the time and the talent, there's a higher chance you can make it. That's how it used to be. I do know that F1, as far as I know, is getting better. The biggest complaint with these cars is that they're way too big, way too hard to pass, or it's much difficult to get around. So they're making the cars smaller next season, which is good. They're upping the horsepower. Or no, they're not upping the horsepower. They're going back to the V8 engine next season, which is also a step. It's nice to see a sport taking steps in the right direction, because NASCAR has not taken a step in the right direction for a long time. I dislike stages. I don't like the stages. I don't like it. IndyCar, is that a good or a bad thing, Blanco? I do not have the time. I also like that F1 airs in the mornings. Oh, here comes Rafa Hen. This is big. I like the F1 race airs in the mornings sometimes. I also like the F1 personalities more, although I 100% see them having the same problem with the new talent. Perfect stop there by Rafa. Did they just put on the soft tire with 15 to go? Uh-oh. Oh no, they may have Ferrari'd it again. Well, there's Heyman out. Still in the hard tire. Or the medium, sorry. But yeah, F1 does have the same personality problem that NASCAR has, just I think to a less serious level. They've still got the old drivers, like Hamilton, Alonso, and Verstappen, who are, of course, all very distinct and different on their own. And I do enjoy the personalities a bit more. I enjoy the vibe of F1 a bit more as well. It's much more clean, which is nice. And as blasphemous as this is, I think I do enjoy racing on circuits more than I do ovals. Maybe it's just the fact that watching dirty air racing for the past 4 years at NASCAR has killed my love of ovals. That might be it. That might be a big problem. I used to be a huge oval defender. I'm like, yeah, man, you don't. All the people who would attack ovals, all you open wheel guys don't know what it's like to race ovals. Because they are genuinely difficult. But NASCAR's done nothing to help itself. And I don't see it getting better. So I'm not going to stick around for something that's making strides going backwards. I want to be a part of something that's going forward. I want to be optimistic about something. I'm optimistic about F1. I think the new car and engine is both good steps in the right direction. This is also a big hot take, but I dislike plate racing. There it is, I said it. I don't like super speedway racing. I've not liked super speedway. My favorite super speedway racing was the Gen 4. They, without a doubt, had the best super speedway racing. Even then, all the way up to, honestly, the Gen 6 was okay at it. Oh, IndyCar is the best. Yeah, honestly. And IndyCar still has Team Penske, so I like that a lot. The thing that kills me about NASCAR is they want to be so authoritarian in what they do, but they don't use that power to do good things. You know, it's like, come on. Well, back to the race right now. Heyman has only stopped once, I believe. Oh no, they've all stopped twice. So Heyman's on the mediums, Hen and Blanca are on the softs. Alright, this is it, guys. Top 3. Any of these guys could win. if Hen can get the win, he's still realistically alive in the championship. And he might be able to make that pass now. Rafa's got to get out in front now because he is on the soft. He's got to take priority, and he's looking there. Seth is moving under braking. That's illegal. Rafa will get him here with the DRS. There it is. And through he goes. That's Rafa Hen to the front. Now that he doesn't have the dirty air, he can protect those soft tires better. It's going to be about tire wear is going to be big. Blanco's, oh, Rafa just had the fastest lap of the race right there. Heyman's going to have to manage these tires. They're at 68%. Blanco at 74. Remember, Blanco does have some kind of mechanical damage as well. He's at 1.8 seconds back. Take a look at the standings at the moment. Looking at the constructors, yep. Racing Bull, as long as they both finish in the points, they will have it. At the driver championship, it's going to be a 2-point difference if Blanco stays in third and Rafa stays in first. But Hen is right there. Woods, why would it? You should never put the screen down, Jacob. Never put the screen down. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We got 12 laps to go. Heyman trying to keep the pressure on Rafa, and he is for the moment. If Seth Heyman can stay within DRS range of Rafa Hen, he will have a shot at the win, because I think by the time we get to probably lap 47 or so, those tires are going to even out. They'll be on an even playing field. Heyman might even have an advantage. Guys, don't look now, but Scott is in the points. Now there's a lot of cars here, but where's the yellow flag? I don't see it.
And here we've got a yellow
flag.
No. All good at this point. That's it. That's the
Ooh.
spin. And ultimately, just unable to bring the car under control. And look at the team there. They all knew what that moment meant.
Goodness. Sam Bell not having a good day. That's 2 mistakes today for Sam Bell. But he stays in 5th. Oh my gosh, guys. Scott is in 7th right now. This is crazy. This is big news. David Dawn just had a mechanical issue. He's going to get 4th, which can be good for him. Just did not have the car today to keep up with the top 3. And you know, Emilio has the car as well, but he can't get it past 10. 10 laps to go now. 10 to go. Can Heyman stay within DRS range through these set of corners? I was going to do everything he can to get him out of there. Oh, no DRS for Heyman. Rafa can keep up this pace. That might be it if he can watch his tires. He's got about 9% more than Heyman. This could be Rafa's race. If Heyman can't catch Rafa, Blanco, what's best for the team would be for Blanco to get in front of Heyman. So then the points gap would change from, instead of being 2 points, to be a 4-point gap, which would, this could be the championship here. Blanco's got to get around Heyman, though. Heyman's now 2 seconds behind. But Blanco's tires are worn out just about to the same level as Heyman's is the problem. His window has got to go now, and he's got to get it done now. He's got to get this pass done. Go, Blanco, go. Speed up, man. Oh, that's a cool shot. Make the lunge, not there. Yes, Guzman, you are locked into the constructors as long as these guys finish where they are. Honestly, as long as both these guys finish in the points, you have it locked in. So Guzman will be the constructors champion after today, as long as both your drivers don't wreck each other. And double DNF. Blanco's got a good shot to get the pass done here, and he's got to get it done. Here it is. Oh no, it's getting worse for Blanco. Heyman also with a mechanical fault. The Guzman cars starting to struggle. Silverstone's probably the most mechanically intensive track on the schedule, and it's really giving them a test. Guzman, I just told you the constructors. Guzman, you're locked in. You're locked into the constructors. You win. You win. You win the constructor, Guzman. Gosh, it's doing that thing it does where it lags really bad. Plan C. Are the frames bad for you guys or just me? What, is my computer mining Bitcoin or something in the background? There's no reason the frame rate should be this low on the stream. Take a look at the tires. 53. All right, their tires are doing good. Blanco's still going to be able to keep a good lead at the moment. Lap 47 now. Soft tires are holding strong for Rafa and Blanco. As of now, constructors are easily won. The drivers will be a 4-point gap instead of a 2-point gap, if Blanco can hold on. I love that you guys are like behind by a lot. It's doing the thing where it's going to be behind by a lot, and I hate that. Is my voice slowed? Alright, my voice sounds fine, but you guys are like slowing down farther and farther behind to where I am. I'm not a fan of this. Alright, the real battle between Blanco and Heyman is Heyman going to be a team player. I mean, Heyman's running his own race. Yeah, the frames are really trash. I don't understand why it does this. I've got nothing else connected to my Wi-Fi. It'll work half the time. And what just happened?
Here's the replay. Now here we are tackling turn 3. And there's the lockup. By that point, it was just too late.
Yikes. That's where Bell locked it up too. It's easy to overcook that corner. But Blanco's hanging on a second. He's doing a great job managing those tires. It helps a lot that he's in front of Heyman, giving Heyman that dirty air. There's Rafa in front, 3 seconds in front. I think it's too much for Blanco or Heyman to overcome at this point. As long as Rafa doesn't make a mistake, he's got this race in the bag. Blanco, however, does not have his race in the bag. Second would be good for Blanco. He still entered the championship with a lead, and that's all you can ask for. But if it's a 2-point or a 4-point lead, if it's a 4-point lead, that's pretty big. Because remember, the point system we use, the leader gets 10 points, second place gets 8 points, third place gets 6 points, and then fourth gets 5 points, fifth gets 4 points, sixth 3 points, seventh 2 points, and eighth 1 point. There is no reason to be having the frames this bad. I mean, maybe lower. So my voice is fine. That's good. It's so funny how late the messages are. Maybe if I turned on latency because I thought it would help fix that, but apparently it's not. Because this happens like every other race, and I don't like it. Not a fan. Heyman seems content just to follow behind his teammate. I have SIDS. I don't think I have SIDS. This might be crazy, but I don't think SIDS is what I've got. So now you guys are on the yellow flag, which was a while ago. Oh, here we go. Heyman is through. Oh, no, he's not. That's a brave move by Blanco. Held the throttle there through the corner, trusted those worn out soft tires, and keeps second place. Great driving. He's got to hold on to that second place. This could be, we don't know how the championship race is going to go. The championship race could be decided by this here. Heyman's again looking. Oh, he's there. He's there. There it is. Blanco held on, though. Or maybe Heyman backed out of that one. Oh, Heyman with a big run, though. Three laps to go. Rafa Heyman now 5 seconds out front. He's got this in the bag. Taking a look at the tire wear. Blanco down to 40%. Heyman down to 37%. Blanco's still doing a great job on those tires. Heyman staying within DRS range. Scott is getting points. This is crazy. Oh, Heyman has dropped off now. He's a second and a half behind. Oh, Bell with a mechanical fault. So I think it's locked up now for Blanco to get second, now that Heyman is now almost 2 seconds behind. So it appears, as we take 2 laps to go for Rafahen, that the gap is going to be, in the Driver Championship, 51 points versus Blanco's 55. So that'll be fun. Seth Heyman looks like he'll get third, followed by David Dawn. Then the baby, gonna get some points, he'll pass me. Sherman, Reed, Zambell, Emilio, Scott. Yeah, Scott gets points there. And then Sammy Duff with the 1 point from Vegas. But a 4-point gap is what it looks like it's gonna be. A lap and a half to go for Rafahen. I'm getting real tired of this whole stream lagging thing. I don't know how to stop it though, guys. That's the thing. Rafa is coming around to take 1 more lap to go here in the United Kingdom. 1 to go for Dylan Martinez and Rafahen as they look to get, I believe this will be Rafa's 2nd win and Dylan's 2nd win. They won in Mexico and they're out front here at Silverstone. Rafa's car has survived. I think about half of the field has some kind of mechanical fault. Even Sammy Duff and the Joseph Hayes Alpine was so bad they had to retire the car. But 2 more sectors for Rafahen. Rafa doing exactly what he needed to do. Blanco finished 2nd, or Blanco's going to come home 2nd. Rafa had to finish in front of Blanco. There's only 1 spot for him to do it, and he did. Closing the gap to Blanco by another 2 points. It's going to be a 4-point gap to the championship. Rafa has closed in the past 2 races. He closed in the gap at Belgium. He's going to close in the gap here again in the United Kingdom as Rafahen and Dylan get their 2nd win of the season. Following behind them is Blanco getting another podium to try to defend his championship lead as he will come home 2nd.
Ferrari there, taking 1st place.
Well, it was never certain, but if anything, that must make the victory taste even sweeter.
Seth Heyman rounds out the podium in 3rd. So it's a double podium for Guzman, and that's going to give them the Constructors title. Coming home 4th is David Dawn, who had a really good car today. Or a really good drive, I should say. As he's now rounding the final corner. A nice rebound for that team that's been struggling recently. They get a good finish in the dry. Sam Bell had multiple issues, but he showed enough pace today And David got a mechanical fault right after crossing the finish line. And Sam Bell is now still a few corners away from the end of the race. And there's Bell through. Bell with the top 5 in the points. The baby doing everything he can with that car. And oh my goodness, guys, Scott just got points. This is huge. I never thought I'd see the day where Scott finished in the points, but there it is. Kept his car clean, no mechanical faults, drove it smooth and precise, and he will get 2 points for that. And that should be everybody.
The RB team are absolutely overjoyed, having sealed the Constructors' title.
And they certainly had to work hard for it, with no way to tell who was going to take the title.
Taking a look back on the season, Karun, just how will the team be feeling, do you think?
I must say, it's been a very strong year for the team. There's going to be more than a few pleased faces here at the track and back home at the factory. The board, especially, will be delighted with what they've seen.
Don't know why my guys are celebrating. We've retired every race.
And here in Silverstone, the weekend now draws to a close.
Coming up next, the teams will be taking a trip to the Sunshine State. The Hard Rock Stadium is laying down the track for a captivating race at the Miami Grand Prix.
Alright, I'm going to leave this up here while the stream catches up. Alright, I think we're finally caught up. Goodness gracious. Blanco and Woods, thank you guys for staying till the end. Here is this. Actually, I'm just going to take a photo of this now so I don't have to do it on my... I don't have to email it. And the driver's points. There you go, Blanco. You can celebrate. Rafa Hen with a gain of +10. His second race win of the season. 6 podiums, and this is race number 7. 2 pole positions and 2 fastest laps. Versus Blanco, who also has 2 race wins, 6 podiums as well, and 1 pole position. Yeah, nobody else comes even close. And R has 3 podiums, and so does Heyman. Heyman has a win, but it's been Blanco and Rafa all season. And it's going to be a tight one going into Miami. But Racing Bulls and Guzman are your constructors champions. 3 race wins, 6 podiums. Next closest is Ferrari. By Ferrari, I mean Rafa. It's just Rafa's stats again. 2 wins, 6 podiums. Red Bull also has 2 wins. Both of those coming from David Dawn. 2 podiums from their 2 wins. Haas with 1 podium. McLaren with 3 podiums, all from me. Aston Martin there at the end. Joseph Hayes is Alpine, Shy Turtle, Williams. Then the 2 AI teams at the back. So, that is going to be it for me, I believe. Yes, it is.